Let's begin. Yes.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to TimeChain Summer of. Are you guys excited to know what this program is all about? If yes, then please write excited in the chat box. I'm glad to see such enthusiasm, especially when it is happening at India level. Across India, we have people participated here. So here, I would like to take 1 minute and give you, our background from where we come from and why we are here and where and what is our ultimate vision. So we are technically representing TimeChain Labs. TimeChain Labs is a blockchain solution software company. TimeChain Labs is founded by Rohan Sharan. He is here. He is from IIT Kharagpur, passed out. He is also the BSV blockchain ambassador for India. TimeChain Labs is a complete software company. We have clientele across the world. We done many, we manages their projects and products. But as well as Rohan, and we feel that blockchain is the future of India, and hence we planned that why blockchain is such a limited, source, why it's not spread it at a world level. And hence we thought that let's develop the ecosystem of India by making some products and projects which will, support the ecosystem. And anybody and everybody can use those products for multiple purposes, as we have the list of products already. Few of you must be aware of them. So for that purpose, Rohan, he has decided to run this program of TimeChain Summer of Code, wherein all the participants will be working as contributors yes, they will be working on these projects. You will be allocated mentors and projects accordingly. So Rohan, I guess you can take.
Yes. Hi, guys. So nice to meet you. Congratulations on being a part of this program, and looking forward to working with you over the next 3 months in order to make really great visions of projects come along. As a very key question that many of you must have is that you all are in different spectrum of your knowledge in blockchain. Many of you might be beginners, some might be experienced folks who have developed already on multiple blockchains and coming from there. So we have projects allocated across that spectrum, and that's why today's focus is also to make sure you do out a link which tells us how much of a level of knowledge you have of blockchain, and so that we can allocate that project to you that is sufficing your level of expertise that you already have. So I'll just bring up a presentation with which we can continue. All right, guys. So 15th May, next week, basically next Monday, after the coming Monday, the next Monday is when we begin the program formally with the opening ceremony. Before that, we have 1 week where you guys will be onboarded to Discord, where the program will be conducted formally with channels and mentors and projects all getting managed there. And this program is brought to you by BSV Blockchain Association along with my company TimeChain Labs. So I myself have been in blockchain space since my graduation ID itself around 7 years ago. A brief introduction of Web3. Many of you might know of Web3. Some of you might not know at all of what Web3 is all about. So just a brief is that Web3 is the next version of the internet in which the monopoly of advertisement agencies and big giants of social media is gone away, because our data is controlled by our wallets, and wallets then transact peer with each other, and we have a new data economy that flourishes with us having the control and power and customization and monetary gains over our data. That unlocks all the censorship is removed from the different platforms, and a lot of other benefits that as you go ahead along with the program, you will get to know why this whole world is so excited about Web3 and why it's has so much importance as well. A brief introduction of blockchain. Must have heard cryptocurrencies. By the way, If I could have a poll, how many of you are already aware to an extent that they can tell me what blockchain is? Just a brief show of hands that they can, that gives an idea of where you guys are at, so that we can take it forward from there. Yes, a very, very simple way of saying what a blockchain is. It's a shared global ledger. You understand what a ledger is? It's a shared transactions. Ledger has a lot of transactions that happened, and that acts as a source of truth of what really happened at that point of time. And that's why it's also called the time chain. I'll get to you on why even our company is that's why called TimeChain Labs. Cryptocurrency is the token that is used to pay the transaction fees for utilizing the ledger. So if you want to use the ledger to make a transaction, you pay some fees using that native token of that blockchain, which is called the cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the very popular cryptocurrency that is the token for the Bitcoin blockchain. But there are multiple different blockchains, and each has their own native tokens, as well as tokens come in that are representation of every single object in the whole world, digital or physical. You are representing them on the common shared global ledger of truth, and then writing conditions on them, exchanging them with each other, and all getting tracked and maintained on a common auditable ledger. That is basically, in short, what it is all about. And we are going to make the new internet with this blockchain as a concept, as a common shared ledger that solves a lot of our problems that plague society as well. And that's where time chain comes in, because you know what the blockchain really is. In the white paper of Satoshi, Bitcoin creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, who created Bitcoin, he mentions the word timestamp server. He talks about how a hash chain becomes a timestamp server, timestamping different transactions that happen in time. Every transaction is a record of an event that happened in time, such that it cannot be changed. And that is really why he, in his own code, in his comments, and everywhere he talked about, he himself used the word time chain. That's why the program name that you're a part of right now is Time Chain Summer of Code, as well as the company name we have is TimeChain Labs. TimeChain gives you the clarity of what the property of blockchain is, which is very valuable. It is the immutability, it is the auditability, that nothing can be changed in the future when it's recorded in the past. Once it's recorded, when it's distributed across the world, all the transactions and recorded, then it cannot be changed. And that gives us a shared global trust between all of us as participants peer to peer without a central intermediary who is trusted. That is the innovation at the crux of Bitcoin and blockchain that we learn to utilize in this program and build application, the new vision of the internet, which frees us all and empowers us all. At TimeChain Labs, we build such applications itself. Following the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator and inventor of Bitcoin, we have a suite of products for the Indian market, which functions as the basic infrastructure for you to develop products as well and applications of your own as well, as developers in India. Our very core product is Newcron, which provides you an API, a development SDK, to develop micropayments application for the internet. Using rupees itself, you can have people pay. And that is actually what the vision of Bitcoin was supposed to be. It is supposed to power micropayments on the internet. Bit plus coin, bit is the unit for data. It's for the data economy. And Bitcoin forms the infrastructure for micropayments, small payments. By micropayments, it means payments as small as 1 paisa, because then you can earn with your own data. You can spend and earn. It makes an economy run for data itself. And that is what Bitcoin was supposed to power. And that's what we help you achieve and learn and build the new internet. With that, you can have Google search in which you pay 1 paisa and you don't have to give any data to Google. Google gives you the best search results, and Google still earns the same amount of money as it earns from advertisements without having the wrong incentives of you being a not the consumer, not the customer for Google, but the advertisers being the customer for Google. So incentives are not aligned in that kind of an internet model. So that is what really the micropayments ecosystem changes with Bitcoin and the rest of the blockchain ecosystem. We run a community of big blockers. Our vision is to achieve a scaled blockchain with the original protocol of Bitcoin. That's why we call ourselves big blockers, because the block size was a constraint on the popular version of Bitcoin, and that was increased. And that formed us as the community that followed the big block vision of Bitcoin that builds the new internet using Bitcoin itself. And that we have a lot of experts from entrepreneurs, tech geeks, lawyers, all who joined us as well in the Enterprise Utility Blockchain Summit that happened in August, and it's coming again in September this year. And you will all be joining us also, presenting your projects that come along. You'll get an opportunity to do that. We'll talk about that very soon, and we get a chance to meet again. We have been conducting meetups, joining hands with different folks in every region, and I'm looking forward to meet you also in your region sometime this year or next year. We have a citadel at Hyderabad right now. That is a working space for you to get support, meet us, and get the guidance to build applications on blockchain, take your projects forward. We give you a space where your team gets to have a seat and discuss and take your projects at an incubation level to the next levels as well, where you take it to market. And that's where our guidance comes in. We follow the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, which is the original version of Bitcoin, which achieves as many transactions as entire rest of blockchains combined in a single day. That is the utility that we focus on. We always focus on how many transactions, how much use of the ledger is happening, not on the price, because that is what you will notice in the ecosystem. What has happened is many of the people always sell you different coins, and the point is that the price keeps rising, and that is not supposed to be what the vision of Bitcoin was. It is to use the blockchain, it is to use the ledger, and that gives a fundamental grounding to what the utility of the ledger is. Because if there is no use to the ledger, if there are less transactions on the ledger, then there is no point, there is no basis of the value of what Bitcoin derives its value from. Because a useless ledger has Bitcoin price of zero. It won't survive if it is just a speculative asset going up in price. That's why it's the most imperative function of us all to be utilizing the ledger, make applications that make transactions happen, and utilize the ledger and increase the amount of transactions that happen per day. That is basically the metric we all judge ourselves by, everyone in the community by, and help us to improve upon each other to have more and more usage of the ledger. That gives Bitcoin power, and that gives us power. So let's know more about TSOC then. TimeChain Summer of Code. So TimeChain Summer of Code program has begun as a 3-month program where you guys can contribute to the ecosystem development projects of the Bitcoin SV ecosystem. You guys can learn as well as mentor. You'll have mentorship from the different mentors and companies in the ecosystem, as well as contribute to the growth of the itself. It's a win-win situation between all of us. Plus contributors who we have selected and who have joined us in the program. 30 blockchain projects are allocated. We have announced around half of them, 15 of them, over the next week before the program begins. We'll be announcing the rest of them, as well as the rest of the organizations and mentors, and you will be allocated your projects over the coming week before the program begins on 15th. Perks, what are you going to get out of this? You are going to get a chance to present your project that you develop at the MetaNet Developer Conference coming in September that we are organizing. We have merchandise to give away, and contributors will get certificates, as well as certificates which are credentialized on the blockchain in their wallets, who score more than 300 points. We'll tell you more about the point system that we have to measure your contribution and help you learn more and contribute more and more and more. The top 20 developers on the leaderboard after 1 month of the program will be invited on site to the Citadel in Hyderabad with an all expenses paid trip. for the entire 1 month. The travel, the food, the stay, everything is paid for. You will get a chance to work with us very closely on getting more guidance and developing your project to success even further along. You will have a chance to learn blockchain development for free with an opportunity to work on the most exciting blockchain projects that you have ever come across. After the program, at the end of it, we'll also give opportunity for campus ambassador appointment to everyone who completed the program successfully with more than 300 points. They'll get a chance to be campus ambassadors and lead the campus societies, form different blockchain societies in their campuses itself. You'll get a job opportunity from different blockchain companies that we have partnered with in the ecosystem, and also network with the mentors and the people working in those companies. That is what we have for you planned across the 3 months. So the contribution guideline, how does that work? Every small piece of contribution, even to the addition of documentation, does count. It is a contribution and we do value it. So the point levels are created with different points given for different level of contribution. There are 6 different levels. So at level 0 comes the basic beginning with documentation changes, documentation fixes. Next comes a bug fix. An existing bug in a project is getting fixed with an issue. Everything is tracked with project managers allocated as well as senior developers in both front end, back end, as well as smart contract development, guiding you on the project side of how to develop the projects. You will be given different issues to work upon, or you can also propose and take it up with the project lead who will be guiding you after the location of projects and when the projects begin. At level 2, you have enhancement. Beyond bug fix, you have enhancement of the existing features. You propose a new feature to be added, or we already have a list of features that needs to be added that you can work upon, and you take that up and complete one feature. That gives you 30 points. An entire project has an entire landing page. That is where people who are aspiring to be front-end engineers, front-end developers can take that up as a focus and build the entire landing page whose designs will be provided to you. And you have to pixel match every single design to that landing page for that project to represent that. That has 40 points. To add entire restructuring, refactoring, or adding fundamental functionalities beyond just small feature enhancements to the project gives you 50 points. And at the highest level is when you take up a blockchain project from scratch and do the smart contract development and architecture development of the project itself. That gives you 70 points. That's the core blockchain part of you working with blockchain and learning blockchain. I want all of you to try to at least do one level 5 activity of contribution so that you become confident in learning of going through the entire process of how blockchain works entirely. That is where I will say that you are successful in the program. The timeline. What is the timeline like? So tomorrow on 8th May, Monday, we will be onboarding you completely to Discord. We'll be sharing the link, and Rebecca, the program manager here, will be guiding you all through it of how everything works on Discord. And you will be onboarded, and across the next week from 8th to 14th May, you will be allocated different projects as well as mentors for each project. And then from 15th May, next Monday, the opening ceremony happens, and then we begin the actual program. After 1 month of the program, from 15th to 15th June, we have the top 20 contributors on the leaderboard. And those will be invited for the next 1 month from 15 June to 15 July to the Citadel to work with us. And the rest also will be working remotely and closely with you guys. And basically, project leads at different projects will be able to also join us physically. Midsummer check-in is on 1st July itself. Even beyond that, you do have a chance for the second month from 15 July to the next month. If you have availability, you can join us at the Citadel if your contributions increase. Midsummer check-in is where we check in with you and help you to take your project forward wherever you are stuck, and have a review session where you present what you have done up till then. We'll be obviously checking in with you every single week. There will be project manager who will be guiding you. Your all logs will be clear. Mentors will be allocated. that all will be going on every single week. We'll slowly tell you the next structure of how every single week works. And that's where you also learn core software development, sprint cycles, and how sprint planning, sprint cycles, issues, project management, everything works in proper professional software development. Program concludes on 10th of August, where you finally pitch in and send your projects, whatever state they are in. And the results we announce on 14th August. Then the MetaNet Developer Conference comes in September. That's how this functions. And the people who are top contributors, um, till everyone will be invited to the developer conference, whoever is here. But the top people will get to present at the conference of what they worked upon and what they developed. And they get even support further along with the next programs that are coming throughout the year, with even support for incubation coming in at the end of the year, if your projects are successful. So we have projects across the spectrum. Just a brief overview of the kind of projects we have. So very beginner friendly projects for people to be learning how to code, how to do JavaScript, how to make websites, which are very powerful as well, and websites that do have some blockchain element in it. For that, we have beginner friendly projects, which is creating the Big Blockers community website, an NFT marketplace called Anokha, a tic-tac-toe project using, tic-tac-toe is a basic project using smart contract on the blockchain itself that you code. A Web2 app clones, there are many different social media websites that needs to be cloned and represented in how it works in the Web3 space. And the to-do list that works again in a decentralized manner. Those are beginner-friendly projects that are a sample of it. There are more, many more, but those are a sample of how it looks like. Intermediate projects come in where you build Meta Builder, which is a Unity plugin for metaverse applications, where the wallet is connected to the metaverse, the virtual reality game, and every single action in the game has a transaction on the blockchain. That's how you track different game assets. A plugin made for Unity, basically, for game developers. Contract Store is a marketplace, a library of different contracts, smart contracts, that you can combine with each other and create more complex contracts. That is what Contract Store is about. Were the intermediate projects. But then come the advanced projects, where you have very deep smart contract programming happening, or very deep software development. There comes, if many of you might have heard, the interplanetary file system is one protocol for having a distributed file system. A very similar protocol is the project to be created called Bitcoin Distributed File System, BDFS. So that will allow us to have a truly decentralized distributed file system, because without that, we really have Web3 applications. That is so important. That's the crux of how that works. But there are many lacking features in how that was supposed to function, and many things of how it should be done, which was not done when IPFS was created. So we solved that problem. This is the most difficult project that exists in our list of projects. And we achieve the BitHost project, with more details coming in with the projects when they are located. Security token project is another security token contract written on the blockchain. MetaDAO is another project which also is cutting edge. It works with the ONDC protocol that the government of India has also launched to make a catalog of different services on blockchain as a registry, and then having a DAO created for those service providers to be competing in order to earn money. So that is what MetaDAO is about. Then making a decentralized exchange as an open source solution using the Bitcoin SV blockchain to create a registry for ask and bid orders, and create a decentralized exchange where everything is managed without a central entity. The Bitcoin virtual machine is again a very fascinating project. It's not about smart contracts, but it's about building the engine itself of smart contracts that processes and compiles the smart contracts. You're working at very core level of what Bitcoin or blockchain is all about. Bitcoin functions as a predicate system. Predicates are even used in AI. It's a fascinating project. It is very much like WebAssembly. Wasmer solution that's created in WebAssembly is a modern solution for the web, a stack engine. Bitcoin virtual machine is also a stack engine just like that. And we need to be making a Wasmer type of solution, just like that, just like Wasmer is for Bitcoin. Payout is like wallet connect. There are different wallets that you can connect. So there's similarly, Payout is another project that makes a protocol for connecting your wallet and have a standardization for it. These are very advanced projects, and the best developers will be trying to work upon, who have experience in blockchain, will be trying to work upon these projects along with the mentors. Voting token authorization system is again a voting token system built on blockchain, managed through the blockchain. A bridge token is a token project which bridges every single token in every single blockchain onto the Bitcoin SV blockchain with a zero knowledge proof that is not hackable. So that is a very ambitious project as well, which will unlock a lot of capabilities. Bitcoin SV blockchain, the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision blockchain, why is that so much of a focus? Is because it has capabilities that have a lot of potential which has not been used as of yet. Like Polygon is a very popular blockchain that came in solving the problem of scalability and transaction fees. Bitcoin, the original version, scaled and unlocked and unbounded, is Bitcoin SV, and it can achieve even more amount of transactions and scalability and at even lesser fees. So as Polygon also had a bridge token launch of how it could transform every single token on Ethereum and represent every single token of different blockchains onto its system, we have a very similar project going on with the bridge token project. The zero knowledge proof application track is by Script organization, who has written many blogs. This is also very cutting edge of how to use blockchain where privacy is maintained, and without showing most of the knowledge, you are able to show the proof that you do have access to something. So that is what advanced projects are about. And I would love to be working with you guys on that as soon as you join and we start working. Next steps. What are the next steps? I'll have Rebecca take over from here to guide every one of you on the next steps for the program. And over to you, Rebecca.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rohan, for telling us all about TimeChain Summer of Code and what we have in store for the contributors, the budding developers here present with us today. So before I move on, I would like you to save this link. It's a Google form for collecting the responses, so that based on your responses, we'll be allocating all the projects to you guys. So yeah, we basically want to understand what are your tech stacks and what are you well versed with, so that it will be easier for us to lead you to the right project. So please save this link, and then yeah. Next up is the Discord server demo. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Discord. I'll just launch a poll, and I really want to know if y'all are. Oh, I can see many thumbs up. Okay, great. Glad to know that so many of you are already familiar and have used Discord. So yeah, even though nevertheless I'll be guiding the others too. Like there may be some people who are still, yeah, I can see not me also. I can see a lot of responses for not me. So let me give you a quick demo of how our server looks like, how our TimeChain Labs, so TimeChain Summer of Code server looks like. And then I will share the, joining link on the Meet itself, and join as soon as you can. So let me just, present my screen and show you around. Okay. Is my screen visible, Rohan?
You're sharing your screen. Let me turn off my sharing. Yes, it is. Please go on.
Okay. Great. So since I'm the admin, you'll be seeing a lot of other channels, but don't worry, I have closed them. So first things first, these are the main channels where you have to keep your eyes focused on. So starting with start here, this channel is created just to help you guide through, how to go about the server. So check out the rules first. Rules are important. Every server has them, and we are also going to be strict about them. Make sure that you ensure a good atmosphere on this server. Be respectful, Don't disclose your personal information. And guys, we will never be, approaching you guys via DMs. No, that's never going to happen. All the communication will be happening here. In case something comes up on your DMs from TimeChain Summer of Code, please ignore it, because it won't be us. It will be some spammy link or something that is trying to, trouble you, like that will lead you into trouble. So yeah, please make sure you adhere to the rules. Of course, announcements, all the major updates about the program will be, put up here. We'll be tagging you guys, we'll be tagging everyone so that you can see all the announcements. And then we have our TimeChain Labs Twitter, a few basic FAQs about the program, the timeline, as Rohan has already mentioned. The timeline is already on the PPT. It will be updated here too, and some basic guidelines with respect to the points and how to go about the contribution. So yeah, this community part is going to be your major, area where you'll be communicating with others. So here is where you'll be, chatting with all your peers. Make sure you introduce yourself as soon as you join the server, because we need to know who you are. Like, networking is the key here. And then the general channel wherein you can just chit chat and discuss what is up with everyone. And the socials channel to share your socials. And yeah, we'll obviously be having a lot of pop-up events and some giveaways and some contests at TSOC to keep you engaged. And yeah, you are in for a lot of activities in the server and memes. So this is our general voice channel to network and chill. And the next section is the learning resources, wherein we'll be putting up tons of resources, tons of courses and video lectures for front-end development, back-end development, to get you kickstarted into your blockchain development journey too. So yeah, don't worry, this is a very beginner-friendly program, and we'll be guiding you through your entire development journey, starting with front-end, back-end, and blockchain. Next, we have some support channels to, answer to your queries. And then we have this ticket section. I am not sure how many of you are familiar with it, but ticket section is basically for you to raise any query about the program. So if you're not comfortable sharing it, make sure that you use ticket system, because it's very organized. It's going to keep all the problems that each and every one of you is facing in one place. So I'll tell you how to go about the ticket system. You just come on this channel, raise ticket, open the ticket, and before you raise a ticket, make sure all the issues that you're having, you make sure you go through the FAQs, guidelines, and timeline to ensure that the basic queries are sorted. If you have some genuine questions, only then you can raise a ticket. I'm just writing I'm just writing a general issue. Cannot find the server. So once you create an issue, it will be generated here, and one of the Discord mods, either me or someone else, will claim it and ensure that it is resolved. And yeah, so that's how it is. I hope the ticket concept is clear. You can ask me questions later. We'll have a Q&A towards the end of this. And then finally, we have all the projects listed here. Right now, they are private channels, because all of you won't be, contributing to all the projects. So you will be assigned to a particular project, and that project will have a mentor, leading you into the development of that project. So as soon as our project allocation is finalized based on your responses, we'll be giving you a role. Besides contributor role, you will also have a project role. So if the project is MetaDAO, so you will have another role called MetaDAO, wherein once you have the role, you will be able to see the conversations going on in that channel, and you will completely be away from the discussions in other channels. So this is just to ensure that your attention is focused only on that project. So yeah, that's a brief intro about our Discord server. And to just give you a quick demo, I'll just join from my other account. This is another account of mine, so I'll just show you how it's going to look like. So as soon as you click the Discord link, you have to select your role. So your role is going to be the contributor's role. So here it is. Make sure that you select the right role, because as soon as you select the contributor's role, only then you will be able to access all the channels in the server. So select this role. This is for you guys. And yeah, so you'll land on the server. So that's what it is.
And
So
make
that
sure to
was,
also introduce yourself the moment you sign in to the server in the introduce section.
yeah, so yeah, that's what I have it in the welcome section itself. Follow the rules, introduce yourself, and keep an eye on all the main channels here, because all the updates will be going, all the updates will be given out over here. And let's share the link with them.
Yes, please. And also let's take on the questions that they have.
So guys, I'm sharing the link in the chat. You can start joining in. Make sure I already gave you a quick demo of how to go about it. Let's send it over. So yeah, right now we have a few projects, and then more projects will be announced on the go. And as I've already told you guys, there'll be one mentor assigned for every project, and you folks will be basically working with that mentor to lead the development of that project, either from TimeChain Labs or our partner organizations. So stay tuned. Rohan, can you present the deck? I think we have.
Yes, we also need to cover the very last steps. Yes, the selection badges.
Oh yes, the selection badges. So since this is the first of its kind, make sure to flex your selection into our elite program, TimeChain Summer of Code. So you will receive the badges on Monday via mail. So keep your eyes on the email. And as soon as you get them, don't forget to spread it on your socials, tell your network that you're joining this Summer of Code program, and tag us, tag TimeChain Labs, and tag our partner organizations, DSP Association. So yes, that's all about it.
All right. Let's also take on, you receive this email and you can then download your badge, post it on socials. You get a text as well, customized NFT along with it. Let's go on to the questions and support of whatever questions you have. This session is basically to answer all those questions itself. So yes, please.
Rohan, I'll just scroll on top and I'll ask the questions which students have already asked.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first question is, where to learn blockchain technology from?
Yes, we have the resources for it in the channel that will be posted. From Monday onwards, the Discord will be very active. You'll have the links in the blockchain channel for blockchain resources.
Ashutosh is asking, are there any prerequisites?
It will be customized. So there is prerequisite of ideally you having JavaScript installed. But even if you don't, we have the guideline of the project management section. The channel will have guidance on how you can install JavaScript on your system and how you can set up Git. There will be resources for that because GitHub is needed for contributing. So that is some basic infrastructure project management setup resources that you will have to go through. So for all levels, there is different channels that you can focus upon. If you're already familiar with front end and basic setup, then you focus on the rest of the back end and the blockchain part of things, of the resources.
Okay, Satvik is asking, I am new to blockchain development. Will I be allotted projects based on my skill set?
Yes, you will be. So if you're totally new to blockchain and very much of beginner, the very first project that you would need to do is basic website development, which does require JavaScript installed. So I do want all of you guys to make sure you also research on your own and set up JavaScript in your systems. This week, this entire week is the aim that you set up JavaScript as well as Git in your system at a minimum.
Okay. Software Labs is asking, how will working people join this call since they may have regular job work? I think he's referring to the mentors.
The mentors? No, so it's all asynchronous. There's no call that happens regularly, which is not decided and discussed with you. So it's negotiated upon that what's the timing that suits you, specific to the project and specific to you. It's taken care of that when do you have to um, get a meeting set up with a mentor of yours.
Ayush is asking, I'm interested in NFT. Can't I choose?
If you are interested in NFT, I think in the form there must be a place where you can mention that you're interested in that. Ideally, we don't have the option of you choosing, but if you can tell us that you are interested, then we do consider that, okay, this project is particularly interest, or you have a skill in that sector already that you want to look upon, then we do allocate that. So we have an NFT project, as I mentioned also, you'll be allocated that one.
Amit is asking, will we get some points in beginner or intermediate projects? Very important question.
Yes, very important indeed. You get points in all the projects. There's no selection on basis of that. Every small contribution does count. Yes, exactly. The very simplest of projects also have. But in fact, you will learn very quickly that none of the projects are that simple.
So yeah, I mean, I would say as a beginner, just start by, start by resolving the documentation issues or some minor bugs. And then you can, as you get a hang of it, explore deeper and deeper. That would be my 2 cents in it. Arpit is asking, BVM is it like EVM?
Yes, exactly. It is like EVM, very much like that. So there are virtual machines. The browser has a virtual machine. Java has a virtual machine. The JVM, EVM, the Ethereum blockchain has a virtual machine for processing anything. Any Turing complete language has a virtual machine. Bitcoin originally also had a virtual machine, the Bitcoin virtual machine, which was never unleashed, never unlocked, and never allowed to be used in the popular version of Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin SV, what happened was the Satoshi Vision was restored of Bitcoin itself doing smart contracts. It could always do that, but it was never used. So that is when the boom happened in the Bitcoin space of smart contracts also. And in fact, it does it better than Ethereum does and the EVM does, because it doesn't have for loops, it doesn't have congestion. There's many different technical aspects to how it's parallel processed, how it's stateless by in the beginning itself, what is already on the roadmap of EVM. It was already designed in a genius way by Satoshi, which many didn't realize, and that's where we're coming to now.
Okay, Supraja is asking, there are many courses in BSV. With which course can we start first?
Do the Bitcoin essentials. There's Bitcoin basics is one course. It is only a 3 hours course. We'll be sharing that link as well in Discord in the blockchain side. Basically, that's the link we'll share. In Bitcoin SV Academy, there's Bitcoin basics. That's what we'll want you to. Contributions will be open source or private. They are private in the beginning until the project gets to a level, and also depends on the organization you're working with.
Devansh Mehra is asking, will we choose the project or the organization will assign?
The organization will be assigning.
Rajashri is asking, can we have a WhatsApp group where we can discuss with each other? I'll take this up. Rajashri, we can have this conversations on Discord, since we are having a community section wherein all the community category, wherein all the contributors will be there. We can have those conversations on Discord itself instead of a separate WhatsApp group. Amit is asking, will we get more points in advanced projects than beginner ones? It all
Basically,
depends on the issues.
yeah, it's all based on issues. So advanced project has more blockchain architecture development side of things. So naturally, you will get the issues which are more 70-point ones, the last tier. So it will give you those points. That's why there's more. But if you do like 2 issues on a normal project, gets you the same level as advanced. So
Yeah, so if you like, if there's a big issue for 60 points and if you have smaller issues for 30 points each, so it's the same thing. One big issue is 60 points and contributing to 2 smaller issues is like 30 plus 30, 60 points. So, yeah. So guys, if you have already responded, then good. It's just one form wherein we are taking your responses of the text. So if you have already filled it up, you don't have to fill it up again.
So Subhadeep, the MERN stack developer, you can be getting an intermediate or higher project then, because then you can take up full stack development then.
Will we get any sort of compensation? Devan is asking.
So the top 20 contributors, as we shared, will be invited to the Citadel and all expenses paid for 1 month of compensation, essentially. In expenses, basically, all of it is paid for. Besides that, we have, for the successful contributors, different perks that we are given, but not cash separately. It's merchandises and certificates that will be provided, as well as the different opportunities.
Yamini is asking, what will be the shortlisting criteria?
Shortlisting for what exactly? For this program?
I think for this program.
So for this program, the criteria has been that either we have looked at various different criteria actually, even given some weightage to your resume and how much of an ability you have of learning. To even if you're a beginner, we have supported that, okay, you can take on some projects. But otherwise, the criteria has been JavaScript knowledge.
Rajeshri is asking, I am in my first year currently learning C++. Will I be guided further?
You will be guided further, Rajeshri. You will be guided on the resources for learning JavaScript, for front end, and for Git in order to start contributing to a website project for creating the websites for these projects.
Yes. Abdul Bashir is asking, so for beginners, the courses in Discord are enough?
For everyone, the courses in Discord will be enough, as we'll be posting. For beginners, the pro courses in the project management and front end is enough.
Pratik is asking, by the way, as the mail says, it's an internship program. Are we going to get JD and offer letter for the same?
That probably Vidya can take care of it.
Certificates will be given. Job description depending on the project, which whatever is the allocation, and then certificates will be given. It's not a job offer, so there is no job offer letter. So certificates will be given, and job description depends on the project you're working.
It's just like a beginner friendly program to help you, uplift yourself in your skill set. So yeah, and something that that's going to keep you engaged this summer, like a short term program for uplifting you. And yeah.
Certainly, you can get an intern. Basically, you already have the internship certificate. If you're able to complete this program, that is what you will be getting.
Moving on, Trupti is asking, I have final exams from 22nd May to 2nd June. Can I be able to participate or not?
What are the dates?
22nd May to 2nd June.
That's pretty short. They can certainly participate. But there was someone who had longer dates in which they said they wouldn't be able to contribute much.
I mean, there's no time constraint, so you'll have to see for yourself. Like you can, look at smaller issues and learn through those smaller issues and basically level up your skills. So now that you have before 22nd May, you have some time, right? So you can see for like the level 0, level 1 issues, and then once you finish your exams, then you can dive more deeper, take the courses, and basically upskill yourself even more, because we have the program running till August 10th. So you have a lot of time actually. So yeah, that's for you, Trupti, and even for the others who are having their exams.
Yes, Golang project is there, Amit. Our own projects internally are also Golang. We'll make sure if you have Golang ticked as the skills, you have also choose this. If you are filling the form, make sure to choose the skills you are interested in learning as well. So that we are basically allocating using that. So that can be a metric for us to allocate.
Ashutosh Rai is asking time to learn and then contribute to projects. Definitely, yes. So since this is a beginner-friendly program, you can actually, and it's for 3 months, so you can start learning, start contributing, and yeah, take the guidance from your mentors, take the advice from your mentors. Be consistent in your efforts. Make sure that you're consistently learning, and that's it. You'll basically, flourish into a good developer through this program itself. I am a Subhadeep is asking, I am a Monstack developer. What type of role I get for contributing? I'm assuming you're asking the role in Discord server, Subhadeep.
You'll be allocated a project at intermediate level where it's more of back-end development also that you'll be needing to take care of.
So you'll basically be a contributor. So even the batches will be having you as a contributor to open source ESP projects. So yeah, that would be your role. I suppose that's.
There's a doubt that people are not able to put in their interests in the form. There's no field for that. Let's say someone wants zero knowledge proof project, they're not able to. So essentially, we have kept it in such a way that projects are allocated based on your skill level, instead of interest level. But we can consider if you're interested in particular skills that you want to focus upon, you can message us, and we'll make sure we can help you with it.
Priya is asking, even if we are not familiar with Web3, can we still participate?
Yes, certainly. We are taking it, and from the beginner level in Web3 itself, that's the ideal state where you can begin. Some development, some JavaScript development, and that's where you begin. That is the ideal state for this program, basically.
Abhinay is asking, right now I'm in 2024 batch. So will this help me get an internship?
Very much so. This will help you. 2024 batch, right? Yeah.
Yes.
This will itself give you an internship certificate if you're able to get 300 points. That's also something I had to clear. If you are able to get 300 points, that's when you get the certificate and merchandise. Certificate for internship in TSOC successfully getting completed, as well as merchandise. And if you get in the top tier, then there are many other perks. Top 20.
So basically, since you are participating and developing the project, you can even add that in your resume.
Yes, this by itself becomes that.
Yes.
And obviously, it helps in more internships. In fact, with different organizations you participate in, they're also in the blockchain ecosystem. They're looking for experience like this. This is much more like the premium program for blockchain, to add in your resume that you participated in this.
Mehak is asking, is there any form that we have to fill? Mehak, there's only one form that you have to fill. If you're in a WhatsApp group, just fill it up. It's the project allocation group, form. We need your, we need to know your skill set so that we can allocate the projects to you. So many questions about exams. So guys, this program has no time constraints. It's all on you. Just see how you can, dedicate us even a small amount of time. We basically, like, you have to learn something new, right? So the learning phase will take some time. So make sure you have the, enough, dedicate some time to learn, understand, and then contribute to BSP projects. So that's all it. But yeah, you have to just manage your time from after your exams or even before if you have some time left. Can we shift from basic to advanced in the period during the program? Prachi is asking.
Yeah, you can switch. Yes, certainly you can switch. So if in 1 month you are able to complete a website, let's say a landing page website, which is beginner, then you can switch to advanced or intermediate, certainly from the second month, because it's a 3-month long internship. So the more quicker you want to learn, you can utilize this summer to become from beginner to advanced just in 3 months.
Yes, agreed. Bhavesh Singh is asking on what consensus mechanism will BSV work on?
Oh, BSV already works on the original Bitcoin consensus mechanism of proof of work.
Proof of work, yeah.
And this is the innovation in BSV, is that it scales proof of work system itself, and it achieves the scale more than proof of stake systems using proof of work itself without breaking the incentives and making it centralized or having losses in any of that, because it has the parallelized sharded system that Satoshi created. So it can scale on that front, and it follows the economics of scale. So in economics of scale, you must have seen or heard in theory that when you have more transactions or more goods being sold, each good becomes cheaper. So each transaction becomes cheaper. That's the Bitcoin original model. It becomes cheaper and cheaper the more it scales. So with proof of work also, I will discuss more further when we start projects and the blockchain part of things. You'll have sessions. Oh, we totally missed telling you guys about this. We are going to have sessions by different organizations across blockchain ecosystems. There will be one session by every organization every week. So you will have that sessions with, you will be able to network with the organization, key people, mentors, and have FAQs with them. All of these things will be discussed in depth in those sessions.
Great. So Ashutosh and Namya have the same question. Flutter or Android development projects? Question mark.
Yes, actually, we haven't had Flutter projects added. We have requests, so you can add projects. So basically, we have been filtering different projects from organizations right now in the last phases of it. So as we announced 15 projects as of now, 16, we have 14 more in the pipeline coming in. So only one of them is a Flutter project as of now. And you guys also have an opportunity to, as someone else also asking, if you have something in mind that you already want to work upon, an idea you want to work upon, then you can pitch it to us, and we can also allow you to focus on that and just suggest you to take a direction which is aligned with our direction, so that we can work along in that. And Flutter is certainly in our stack that we support. Whenever mobile application development, it is Flutter that we support.
Great. So I see a lot of questions about internship completion certificate. So guys, let me clarify. Yes, of course, you will get, the program completion certification that will basically tell you that you have successfully completed the program. But for that, the minimum criteria is that you have to contribute to, the projects which we have, and you have to score a minimum of 300 points throughout the 3 months program. So 3 months means around 90 days. I mean, it's ending on August 10th, so slightly less than 90 days. So that's a lot of time, and I'm sure you can score more than 300 points. So yeah, score and complete the program, and after that, we'll definitely give you an NFT certificate. Bhavish is asking, is Meta DevCon and Meta Initiative or just local event?
Okay, so that's
He's confusing MetaNet and Meta.
Yeah, so now Meta is, one side is the metaverse and one side is Facebook. Now comes MetaNet. So MetaNet is the concept of Web3 on Bitcoin SV blockchain. That is what we call the MetaNet, the file system or the new internet of value. Internet of value means files or data is valued for itself instead of advertisement needing to fund it. So that's the internet of value, which we call the MetaNet. So MetaNet DevCon is that concept based upon. So that is the MetaNet DevCon, and that's not related as such, but we have the idea that we are going to link it and have this conference in the metaverse, but that is totally separate.
Yes, guys, don't confuse yourselves with Meta.
But we'll make sure we clear that in the internship also. So no worries.
Okay. Piyush is asking, will we be getting media resources to share on our social media profiles like LinkedIn? Yes, those are what the batches are for. So as soon as you get them, we'll be sending it across by tomorrow, and yeah, flex them on your socials.
Yes, we'll be sharing that as a link. You'll have your own name to enter there, which will generate that badge for you, as well as the text for the post, and you can simply post it on your socials, Twitter and LinkedIn.
Ayushi is asking, I'm unable to access the announcement section on Discord server. What shall I be doing ahead? Announcement section is not for you. That those main channels are for us admins to, but it's like a one-way communication there. The community section is for you. So you can start, introducing yourself in the community section onwards, like introduction, general, memes. Those are for you. So you can start typing there.
Bhavesh, yes. So Rust, basically what we'll do is Rust is used in one fundamental project, which is the BVM. So Bhavesh, you will be using in the we'll then allocate you to the BVM project. The website will also be updated with the project list, and that the tech stack for each project is also mentioned. So you'll be able to see there is projects for every language and every application side: Flutter, Rust, Golang, all of them.
Rohan, people are asking questions about smart contract development project. Can you just clarify to them? They have contributed to Ethereum, and they are looking. I mean, they want to see if there are projects based on smart contract development in Summer of Code, TimeChain Summer of Code.
Yes, there are. So you have developed on Solidity for a smart contract on Ethereum. Certainly, you can take up the projects at the advanced smart contract level. So Solidity compiler is also there. So Solidity itself compiles to EVM. And the same Solidity, we have a compiler in Bitcoin SV that compiles Solidity to BVM, the Bitcoin virtual machine as well. And in fact, it gets easier also because we have TypeScript compiler also with a very simple TypeScript, which many people know. That also compiles to Bitcoin virtual machine, the BVM. So, and TypeScript also very similar to Solidity anyway. So yes, certainly you can use this skill for smart contract development.
So Priya is asking, if we don't get 300 points, so we won't get the certificate. So the main idea behind the certificate is to make sure that you have gained something from the program, that it was valuable to you. So that's why we have kept the minimum criteria, so that you can learn, understand, and code. Even if you're not coding, even if you're not contributing to the 70 pointers, which is the advanced, make sure you at least contribute to the basic landing page development, or other bug fixes and documentation. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest. Rohan, you can add on to it.
Yes,
Like-
basically, even if you work on smaller issues, you should be easily able to get over the period of 3 months. That's basically 100 points a month. And that just comes down to 5 issues, 5 small issues that you have to sort. Just one issue per week, if you even sort and just achieve, have that as a target, you will be able to complete your internship and get the certificate.
So yeah, make sure that you get something out of this program, something valuable that you can show it to others, like edit in your resume, even edit on your LinkedIn that, yeah, I have contributed to the development on so-and-so project. That's why I've got this certificate. Can we share the PPT on WhatsApp?
PPT for the, yes, certainly.
Yeah, don't worry, the PPT and the recording will be shared to you guys. So yeah. Pratik is saying, love the program idea. Thanks to TimeChain Labs for organizing this event.
You're welcome, Pratik.
Suraj is asking, are we getting NFTs as proof of work? I think he meant so.
NFTs as proof of work. I mean, literally work. Yes, good. Certainly, you'll get NFTs for proof of your work. That is the certificates. They are getting sent on a wallet link of the Newcron wallet we have. So you'll receive it on your email.
Great. Bhavya Prasad is asking, we'll get all the info on WhatsApp group, right? Now we'll be slowly transitioning to the Discord. So WhatsApp was initially created just to, keep the community updated with all that is going on. But now since our Discord is set, we'll be transitioning, moving all the conversations there, because everyone will be, joining the Discord, and it is much more better on Discord because there are multiple channels for multiple conversations to take place. Even the resources will be there. And yeah,
Think of WhatsApp as only announcements. Anyway, you must have seen WhatsApp. We don't allow people to be replying there because that's only for announcement, because everyone is connected easily to WhatsApp. Always gets notified that whenever we have the session. So whenever sessions of company sessions are there every week, that will be announced in WhatsApp. Or some deadline is coming up, that will be announced in WhatsApp. But not chats. Chats will not be happening on WhatsApp. That will be happening on Discord.
Abhinay is asking, I'm not sure, but when I was working on blockchain projects last year, so only Ethereum was used for development of dApps. But now Bitcoin is being used. So could you please tell what changed now and what happened now?
Yes, so this is what happened even when I was developing way back, like 5 years ago. Ethereum started the smart contract innovation. But you know how that began? That began when Vitalik was not allowed to write custom scripts on Bitcoin by the BTC developers. He was denied that. So he went on to create Ethereum. But then when Bitcoin SV came and it restored it and it allowed people to write custom scripts on Bitcoin itself, then people realized the innovation of Satoshi, and whatever problems Ethereum had of this high transaction fees, slowly, um, less transactions per second, and congestion, and transaction fees and predictability, and then it has it on the roadmap of sharding and statelessness. So Bitcoin was already stateless the way it was designed. It was already 100% sharded, and it can scale horizontally as it was made. So that is the realization that came across when Bitcoin was unlocked and unleashed in full capacity. So previously it was suffocated. That's why it wasn't happening.
Rohit is asking, are there any projects available for me? I have good understanding about Solidity and Ethereum development.
Yes, of course. You have the all the advanced projects are smart contract development projects in which you can be contributing. Take up
Emmanuel has
even the security token project that I told you about. That's one of the security token protocols of Ethereum to be converted on BSV. Already a lot of work has been done, but you can go into the advanced stages of it, of working with the contracts itself.
Emmanuel is a nice comment. I'm so happy to be a part of this amazing project. Time to learn, grow, and build amazing solution with TimeChain Summer of Code.
Amazing. What's his name? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Looking forward to working with you guys. Is there any more questions? We are coming to an end at 5:30.
Shivam is
I
asking,
think some people have their yes.
Can I do a project with my friend who has also been selected in TSOP? So we'll be basically assigning based on your skill set. So if you and your friend have the same skill set, then yeah, I guess you'll be landing in the same project. Akhil is asking, can we work on Ethereum projects? Is there any session how to start open source contribution and how to understand large code bases? Rohan will be having sessions, right? For
Yes. Your mentors will also be guiding you on this. Even the senior developers who will be working with you, they'll be showing you the code base, walking you through it entirely, and helping you contribute. You also have the opportunity to actually work upon, if you can, the Bitcoin client itself, contribute directly to the Bitcoin mining software open source, which exists of BSV. But yeah, you'll have to get an overview of it. You have to be skilled in C++ for it to some extent to start doing that.
Rajeshri is asking, is this program associated with Google and all? Rajeshri, no, this is not a program led by Google. This is a program led by different organizations called TimeChain Labs. And BSV Association. Imran is asking, so I have done Stack, DevOps, and AWS, and immediate knowledge of Web3 and Bitcoin. So which project should I contribute? They are basically
You will be
asking.
given one of the advanced projects. We have been going through the applications. I'm certain if you have mentioned this, you'll be getting one of the advanced projects.
So I guess that's it. If anyone is, yet to clarify their doubts, you can just drop the message. Yeah, I'll share the form link. If you're there on the WhatsApp group, I'll share it on the WhatsApp itself.
Also, we are closing the application by tonight 12. So if you have someone in mind, please ask them to fill up the form right now. Because once we move ahead, you can fill up the form again. Yeah.
Okay, there are people who have their hands up. Okay, we can quickly take up what questions they still have and close this meeting in 4 minutes. So who goes first? There was a queue here. Yes, Bhavesh, you wanted to say something? You can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Okay, Bhavesh, you already asked. Please try to turn down your hand. Anyone who has their hands up, please, you can ask your questions.
Hello.
Yes, Kritika, please.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to edit the form, but it says that you can fill out this form only once. Try contacting the owner of the form if you think this is a mistake. So I wish to edit my form. How can I do that then?
We'll have to solve this. You can contact. How about we get issues raised for this on Discord? Rebecca?
Yeah, we can do the ticket system for it. Like, is it a major change? Like, what are you trying to change? The tech stack or something with Kritika?
Yeah, the tech stack. Yeah. Actually, I filled up the tech stack I already know, but not the ones I want to work on. So, yeah. Because the question was, I guess, about what tech stacks I know.
Okay, then I'll give edit access in the form itself. So if y'all want to make changes, you can just
Let's
go.
do one thing. Let's do one thing. We are going to share another form link just now for all the people who want to have certain changes to the interest. They must have filled all of it from the point of view of what skills they have, right? So we can get this shared, which has the interest. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate this existing form and have that filled if you have already filled. So Rebecca, could you just quickly take care of it?
No, otherwise, Rohan, I'll just make the same form editable so that they can just go back in the form and edit their responses, which I have already filled. I think.
All right, probably there's a setting in the form that allows you to.
There's a setting. So I had, kept it this one response only. I restricted this one response only. So I'll just edit it. I'll make that change.
All right, that also works.
Yeah. So I have changed the settings, guys. Yeah, I can go back and edit the responses.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, I hope it's working because I just changed it.
Yeah, it's working. I just felt it.
Okay, yeah. Please make sure you don't repeat this mistake again.
Actually, that was not explicitly mentioned, so I got confused.
Yeah. Okay, great. Are we good?
I think there's Akhil who's wanting to ask a question. Akhil, yes, please.
Hi. After joining this program, can I improve my smart contract development skills?
Improve means you already know smart contract development?
Yes, I built some basic dApps. In the future, I want to get into smart contract auditing. That's why I'm very interested in smart contract development.
Yes, certainly. you work on the smart contract development projects, and certainly it will increase that
Yeah,
at a much
thank
deeper level. Yes. Rajeshri.
Hello. I wanted to ask that if we will complete this successfully, then will we be getting any internship offers with some kind of stipends and all?
Yes. So different, in fact, job offers might also be on the plate with different organizations who have seen your work with you.
Okay, thank you.
When are we getting the Discord link?
It's already given out.
Yes.
That's-
So that link was shared already. We'll share that link again in WhatsApp also. All right. That clears every question, and we are at the end. Thank you so much. You're not familiar with Web3, you can still participate. Yes, for sure. You will learn Web3. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Exciting week. Prepare, and let's start. In next week, we'll be having the opening ceremony, and all the projects would have been allocated already. Make sure you join the opening ceremony, and we'll be taking forward the project with a very, very high enthusiasm level for the projects. Let's take it forward, guys.
All right, guys, stay tuned and have a good Sunday. LFG. Let's freaking go.
You guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you stop the recording, Rohan?